Micro Four Thirds for everyday photography. I think they are match made in heaven. Let me explain. Hey friends, Gary here. Welcome to today's video. Today I want to share my recent adventure of using Micro Four Thirds to capture everyday photography, trying to find those slices of beauty that I usually overlook in my everyday life. Hopefully today's video will be interesting, entertaining, fun and inspiring as well. Anyway, first adventure, I was going to the hospital. I have some appointment with a doctor, and while I was in the hospital, I was carrying my Micro Four Thirds gear at that time, and when I saw on the window, I saw the beautiful Mount Merapi volcano, which I feature a lot in my videos already. At that time, clear blue sky, excellent weather, excellent lighting. The sun was hitting the volcano at the right spot, and we can even see another volcano behind it that was Mount Merbabu as well. And luckily, I brought my GF9 together with the Olympus 45mm f1.8 lens right here, a mini mild telephoto lens, and I was able to capture this photo. Bam! I'm sharing it right now. It was beautiful. I shot it behind a window, so it's covered with glass and the sharpness might not be optimum, but look at the composition, look at the lighting, look at the weather. This is the kind of beauty that I overlook in my everyday life. You know, I'm focusing way too much on the business of my life, on my productivity, on trying to, get things done, get works done, my responsibilities and my obligations, things like that. And usually focusing on these things, I forget to look at the beauty that is presented to me every day, this volcano and some other things. And that's the whole point of this everyday photography thing for me. I try to integrate more photography so that I can slow down and I can appreciate the little things that I usually miss, so that I will become more grateful. I appreciate the little things in my life, and hopefully that can make me happier, and hopefully that can inspire you to try the same, stop down a little bit, or at least slow down, try to find some beauties. Take just a few seconds of photography, take out your camera, set your composition, take the shot, bam, and that's it. When you arrive back home and you look at the picture, you will feel this sense of accomplishment, satisfaction, and just joy, fun. Next, on the weekend, I spent some time with my wife Nora to have some date session together, relaxing time, but we want to spend it together, just going around the town and, eat lunch together, visit some place that we haven't visited before, that kind of little adventure, not too far, not too complicated, very low effort, but nevertheless fun and enjoyable. So first of all, we eat soto. That is quite a popular dish. The photo right now is captured using my GF9 and the 20mm. That is soto. It's like a chicken soup with rice. It's very tasty, and usually there are some condiments that you eat together with soto. And the place is very near our house, just about 1 minute drive. But this place, it has its own charm and vibe, and I really enjoy being there. While I was there, I saw these lovebirds, very small ones. One is blue and one is kind of green. And I tried to capture those lovebirds as well. And also the garden area of the restaurant, which I think it kind of looked nice. Hopefully the photo can help to capture the vibe and help me to remember being relaxed eating soto in a nice sunny afternoon. And then after that, we went to a gelato place to have some ice cream, and I tried to capture some photo of the ice cream as well. I'm showing it to you right now. It was quite fun. The place is quite packed, and I just really enjoy the time with me that I have with Nora, to sit down, relax, enjoy a cup of ice cream, and just chat, relax, and have a nice time together. And then after that, this is kind of interesting. We went to a pottery place that's about 30 minutes drive from my home, and it's quite nice. It was very deep in the countryside, in the village, and the streets were narrow and it was quite difficult to drive there. But we enjoy being in the pottery place, and we're shopping around for new cups for my cappuccino and also some bowls for eating soup, that kind of stuff. And while I was there, I saw some sceneries, paddy field near the village and also the village area. So while my wife is busy shopping, I took about 5 minutes of a photography session, just exploring the area and the paddy field as well. And I brought with me the 20mm, the 14mm Panasonic Lumix lens, and also the Olympus 45mm f1.8. So I was able to capture some different kind of compositions. I'm sharing it to you right now of the paddy field and its surrounding, some flowers in the area which I think looks nice. Again, beauties that I usually overlook or miss when I'm doing my everyday mundane life situation. And then also the vibe of the village itself, which is kind of relaxing, very quiet and peaceful. There are some people I said hi to, the strangers who are living on the village, and also some photos of the pottery shop itself. And yeah, that was quite fun. And on the way back inside of the car, I tried to snap some more photos of the scenery that we encounter while we were driving. Yeah, that was fun. That's a little adventure, and at the same time I was able to spend a little bit of time for photography, try to capture some nice photos. And it's a joyful thing to do, and I think you should try it when you are on your weekend adventure. Always bring your camera with you with a couple of lenses and try to capture some things that you usually don't notice, and try to make it look as nice as possible. I think that will make you appreciate life even more. Next, these photos were taken during my morning exercise time. Try to go nearby my house. There are plenty of flowers on the street and on the pavements, and I always try to capture them. And I brought my GF9 together with some lenses, the Panasonic 20mm f1.7, sometimes the Olympus 45mm. But recently, I've been really hooked with the Panasonic Lumix 35 to 100mm f4 to f5.6, but this time with a close-up filter. I used the +8 close-up filter screwed onto my 35 to 100, and I was able to have a pseudo macro photography setup that is very simple, using the lens that I already have without purchasing a new dedicated macro lens. So that filter, the close-up filter, just cost me about $10, so it's not really that expensive, and I was able to have a lot of fun learning about macro photography. And yeah, again, I photographed these flowers previously. These are common flowers that you will find in the streets of Indonesia. But with the close-up filter, I was able to be really close to the flowers and start to see the details of the flowers. And that's really amazing. Again, the details that I overlook in my everyday life. I want to try to appreciate that more. I want to try to notice them more, so that I can just be more grateful in my life. I love the colors, the splashes of colors, the interplay between the shadow and highlight. That was just beautiful. It really helped to make my morning exercise more fun, and thus photography, especially with micro four photos, helped me to have more fun in the morning, even before I start working. So these were taken at around 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, I now really look forward to this morning exercise time, because before I was just dreading to do this morning exercise, standing out there doing nothing for 15 minutes. That's just boring. But with a camera in my hand, I can still do my exercise, walking around, being exposed to the sun to increase my vitamin D level. But now, instead of just, standing still for 15 minutes, that's boring. Now I have a tool that can help me to have a little bit fun. and try to notice small details that I previously never noticed before. I got some photos of mushrooms as well, wild mushrooms that grow in the grass, that kind of thing. Try to photograph some ants on the grass and just little flowers that pops out of nowhere in the grass, and try to find details in the flowers, being able to get close and just zoom in into a particular part of the flower. It's just fun. I look forward to this, morning exercise session now. So from these photos, as you can see, it's not about coming up with banger photos, the best possible photo of something, that's too stressful. The point of doing everyday photography is that it is low effort, it doesn't stress you out. Quite the contrary, you want to reduce stress using photography, not to create more stress and pressure for yourself. So don't aim for the best possible photo, just try to make it look good and interesting. I think that's the goal. But instead, try to notice things that you previously don't notice, or maybe you notice but you overlook, you don't really take the time to appreciate them. That's what will make this, everyday photography session more fruitful, in my opinion. It will be very beneficial for you and it can make you happier, I think. I definitely think that it can help me to be more positive every day now. I become more relaxed. I don't stress out too much. Yes, maybe I will still be stressed with the amount of work that I need to get done in my everyday life. But now, at least with these photography sessions, I can slow down just a little bit, get my perspective right again, and reduce the amount of stress that I'm having right now. And that's a beautiful thing. So yeah, try it. Maybe you will enjoy it. Do these everyday photography sessions. Take a camera with you, maybe with a couple of lenses that is small, compact, lightweight, but versatile and also reliable. You don't want to stress out about the gear. You don't want to struggle when you are doing this thing. You want to be able to just be quick and fast and convenient, but at the same time you want to capture great photos. So I think micro four thirds really work well in this kind of everyday photography situation, and that's why I don't switch to any other camera formats right now. I just have a lot of fun with micro four thirds. So in the future, I think I will still be doing these everyday photography sessions in my everyday life. I found a lot of benefits from doing this, but just to switch things up so that I don't get bored with this, maybe I will do some unusual things in the future. For example, maybe use a lens that is not really suited for this kind of genre. Maybe something that is big or heavy, or maybe has an unwieldy kind of focal length that is not versatile or not easy to use. But just try to challenge myself with that gear so that I can still capture photos, notice beautiful things in my everyday life, but at the same time be happy and have a lot of fun doing photography. That's what I plan to do in the future. So please stay tuned for that, because I think this experiment will get more interesting. Anyway, that wraps up today's video. So those are all of the photos that I captured during my everyday photography sessions, and also my thoughts and experience about doing these everyday photography sessions from my recent weekend adventure with my wife, and also my trip to the hospital. Stay tuned for more videos like this in the future. I really enjoy making this, and hopefully you can see the benefits of doing this everyday photography session. But enough about me. What about you? What have you photographed recently? What gear are you using for your everyday photography? Please share on the comment section down below. I always love to read your comments, to learn from you, to hear from you. Anyway, don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel down below. And if you want to support my work even further, which I will appreciate so much, you can consider joining my Patreon membership. Check out my travel photography video course. I'm really proud of that. It's called Simplifying Travel Photography, link in the description below. Use the affiliate links or use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.